Hey, hey,
Jordan Davis,
how are you doing?
you're looking especially well groomed today.
Thank you. I woke up a little late, so I appreciate you saying that. I kind of kind of had to rush over here.
I would like any gentleman who's been trying to do the COVID beard to take some notes
Hey, I
because
was I was
nice.
early to that.
You were way
I
before
was way
COVID.
up.
Just a
I was thinking
whole.
about flipping it on its head and everybody going COVID beard, and I was gonna like shave mine off. But
When was the last time you actually saw your face?
uh, my wife has the exact date. I think it was June. It was June 2nd, and I know this because it was at my buddy's wedding, and I was in the wedding, so I had to shave. It was June 2nd, 2014.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say June 2nd, like of this year. And I was like, oh my God,
No,
that's way too many hormones.
that was the first time that was the first time that was the first day I met my wife. We met after that wedding. So like she met me with no beard, nothing. And then after that I was like, well, I'm just gonna grow this beard out. So
Wow.
here we are.
Well, it's working out for you very well. So hey,
Yeah.
thank
Yeah.
thank you for setting a good example. Hey,
Yeah.
listen, congrats on your nomination for New Artist of the Year. I
Thank
know
you.
you didn't pick up the award, but
Yeah.
I was nominated for a pretty big award earlier this year too, and I didn't win. But
Yeah.
I got to tell you something. The nomination process, I don't know about you, for me it was like the best 2 weeks of my life.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean it's always like, especially with that category. Like, man, new artist it was stacked. I mean, everybody in
yeah.
there had incredible years. And congrats to Riley. Riley had an awesome year, but so did Cody and Morgan and Russell. And so it's like, man, it's that was whoever won that one deserved it. And yeah, it was just the nomination was a win.
It really is. And no one could have told me that before. I would have been, yeah. It's an honor to be nominated, but it really
Yeah,
was,
it
you
is.
know?
It is.
So aren't you glad now, looking at the timing, aren't you glad you had a child? Because no matter what, you have a captive audience who cannot leave.
Yeah, 100%. She is. I don't know if she's a huge fan of the music. She has her favorites. She's a big fan of Jim Croce. She's a big fan of Tennille Towns. So like it's cool to see like her taste, like the way she like gravitates when she'll cry through stuff, but then whenever somebody comes on, she'll like start listening. So
Oh, that's so awesome.
yeah, it's pretty awesome. But yeah, man, the blessing behind all this is getting to spend some extra time with her and time at the house and get to see her grow up.
Absolutely. And watch out, because I was talking to someone yesterday that I started listening to music very young, like when I was about, not as young as your daughter, but about 4, to the point that my favorite songs as a 4-year-old were not Disney songs. They were
Yeah.
radio songs. And I knew lyrics at 4 that were scandalous,
That
that
she probably shouldn't have known.
singing them out, had no idea what they meant. Parents are like, let's turn down that music just a little bit there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well,
There's
like,
just,
it's funny because my mom always says that whether, some of my songs from my first album are kind of suggestive. And she always says that. She's always like, Eloise is going to hear these songs one day.
right.
Yeah. I'll just have to try to keep her away from those.
Just for now, till she's like
Yeah.
30.
Yeah.
I think as a dad, you're thinking probably around 30.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
what's
25, 30.
what is your do you have a role at the ACMs this year?
I don't. I'm actually going to get to watch this as a fan.
Oh, no kidding.
Like we said, my category's already been announced, and I'll be able to sit on the couch and make a drink and get to cheer on my friends. Because there's a lot of great categories, but Hillary Lindsay is up for songwriter, and she's a co-writer on Almost Maybes.
Right.
So I'm pulling hard for her. But everybody. I mean, it's gonna be fun just to sit there and enjoy it.
I saw your slowed down version of Almost Maybes. And I've said this for a long time. A great song is a great song is a great song. And I was on vacation. I wish I could remember the guy's name. There's a guy on YouTube that takes apart like just huge songs like Smells Like Teen Spirit and like Love Her Madly or Light My Fire. And he takes apart these songs, and every little piece that he plays without music or without vocals, you just go, oh, it's a great song no matter what.
Yeah.
And that reminded me when I heard that version of Almost Maybes. It's like a great song is a great song is a great song. So
Well,
congrats on
thank you
that.
very much. I appreciate that. That was a lot of fun to do that, you know. And I think the thing about that is like all those songs kind of get written like that. You know, they're all, you know, the steps they take from the writing room to the actual final, you know, production of it. It grows a lot, and that's where you have these talented producers come in and add their take to it. But yeah, I mean, I've always been a guy that spends a lot of time on lyrics, so I appreciate you saying that.
I mean it. Listen, congrats on that EP. Jordan Davis is what it's called. Congrats again on your nomination and on being able to hang out in sweatpants tomorrow night. Good for you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Appreciate
Our
it.
guest on the program, we always love having you, Jordan Davis. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you. See you soon.
Talk to you later.